guys, welcome back to my channel. Hey! Yeah guys, welcome back. I'm back actually. Oh my gosh, she didn't leave us again. Yes, I'm back. As you can see from the title, today we are going to be doing an unpopular opinion. I've had some unpopular opinions just in my notes app, like in the vault for a while, so I was just thinking, do you know what, let me just do that. Anyways, I'm not gonna make the intro too long. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe, do all the good stuff, because if you've watched like sixth video of mine and you still haven't subscribed, what's that about? But yeah, anyways, let's just get into it. So first unpopular opinion is the whole Terry Reloaded thing just goes to show you why black men shouldn't be dressing up as black women as like a comedical thing. I don't know if you man know who Terry Reloaded is, but he's basically this like popular TikToker who used to make this content where he would basically dress up as like a girl. Like he would wear this like really bad ginger wig, and he would basically pretend, he would do like skits of himself pretending to be like a Haitian girl, da da da.
Man, what is we doing here?
I'm going to be Jada Weda.
Oh my god, don't embarrass me, bro.
Hi, security.
Oh my god.
Hi, babe. Walk off.
I'm sorry, brother. This is embarrassing.
Hi, I'm looking for your job.
What position you looking for?
Jada Weda, do you not see me?
Oh
I'm looking for...
Yeah, my friend real thick.
Why are you sizing me?
Oh, I don't think you can get.
Friend, show shade.
You better look at me walk. I walk by. Jada Weda.
Show shade. Yeah. The fuck, don't come for my friend.
Come on, let's go.
So you better give me their job.
Hire my
No,
friend.
I'm not leaving until they give me their job.
Come on,
Hire
let's
my
go.
friend.
Greg!
But he would basically be acting like very brash, annoying, in your face, basically just doing like a very negative stereotypical caricature of a black woman, right? And he basically got popular from doing that. And there was a thing that happened a while back this year where he basically like broke down on camera, started crying, and basically just saying how he doesn't like how people are questioning his masculinity, trying to say that he's gay, you know, because he's too good at dressing up as a girl or impersonating a girl, I guess. And it's just like, to me, I found it hard to have sympathy for him, if I'm gonna be honest, because the thing is, this whole thing of like a black guy dressing up as a black woman or a black girl as like a form of comedy has been something that's been done for years. Like you can trace it back to like flipping Tyler Perry, Martin Lawrence, all those people. And it's like this type of thing has been seen as funny because I'm gonna be honest, a lot of these black male comedians who do this type of thing, they do it because they themselves are not really funny, so they have to rely on racism really to, I guess, get some sort of audience or get some sort of attention or feedback, positive feedback. And I just found the whole situation honestly kind of laughable. Obviously it's not funny that people are trying to, you know, haul homophobic slurs at him or stuff, or try and question his masculinity or say he's not a man or stuff like that. But at the same time, it's kind of like, it's almost like the analogy of like putting your hand on a hot stove and then being shocked that you got burnt. You were playing with fire. Like honestly, you built a fan base off of ignorance. Like literally, people who watch that type of content are ignorant. Like that's just the truth. So it's like, for me, why are you surprised now that that same ignorant fan base would now use their ignorance against you? That, do you know what I mean? I feel like it's even the same thing with that whole thing that's happening with Sydney Sweeney right now. Even though I don't believe that people should be body shaming her, she doesn't deserve what's happening to her. But I also feel like it's also the same thing. You know, you basically cultivating this fan base full of ignorant, misogynistic people, and then being shocked that they now use the same rhetorics that they find in your content against you. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, I feel like just in general, like these types of things that happens always goes to show you how building a fan base off of ignorance, people who don't actually like you, support you, people who are just there to, I guess, get their fix of hatred for the day or something, it will never work out for you. It will never work out for you, especially if you are someone who doesn't, I guess, appeal to the societal standard of whatever you like demographic you are. You know, for example, Terry, as a, you know, he doesn't fit the stereotypical mold of what they think a black man should be, right? not masculine enough or whatever. Same thing with Sydney Sweeney now. Now she doesn't look like the perfect image of like a blonde, pretty white woman. Do you know what I mean? So it's like that shit never works out for you when you do that type of stuff, and then now all of a sudden you cannot compete with the same standard that you set in your own fan base. But next, the phrase holding your faves accountable is like one of the dumbest things that I've ever heard, because I just personally don't think it's possible for you as a fan to be able to hold your favorite artist. And when I say that, I mean that I feel like truly the only method for you to be able to hold someone accountable, someone who you supported, to hold them accountable, is by relinquishing your support. Because if you are still subscribed to them, you still go to their concerts, you still follow them on social media, you still stream their music, you still buy their albums, stuff like that, you're not holding them accountable. Do you know what I mean? And I just feel like in general, I feel like when it comes to music and just entertainment in general, I feel like not only just, I mean, other years as well, but 2024 especially has shown us that a lot of these artists, these people, they're not great people. They're not. They do bad stuff. They sometimes are bad people themselves. And I feel like for me, it's gotten to a point where I'm just like, I'm really only interested in your art at this point. Like, do you know what I mean? There are certain artists who I'm only here for your music. I don't care about you as a person. That's why I don't follow you. That's why I'm not subscribed to any of your YouTube channels or any shit, because I don't actually like you as a person. I only care for your art. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like there has to be some point where some people will be able to say that they're just going to separate the art that they're listening to from the artist. Because I'm not saying that you can do this in every scenario, because I think there are certain artists, in cases where it's like an R. Kelly, or they're an abuser, things like that, where you can't separate the art from the artist. But it's like, if it's like someone who has done ignorant things, or has said stupid stuff, or they have like weird politics or whatever, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, at the end of the day, you can decide what you're going to do. But I know for me personally, when it comes to situations like that, I just know that that person is not someone who I'm actually going to ever go to their concerts. I'm not going to follow them on social media. I'm not going to, watch their music videos or anything like that. Like, all I'm going to do is just stream their music if I like the song. You know what I mean? I'm not actually going to be a fan of them. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like if you're someone who, like, you call yourself a fan of a group or like a artist, then you can't really say you're holding them accountable if you still continue with the fan behavior. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like a lot of K-pop stans in particular love to use and abuse this phrase, because I was part of K-pop social media, especially K-pop TikTok, back in 2020 and 2021. And I used to see that phrase going thrown around a lot, especially amongst stays. Yeah, SKZ's like fan base, also and Hypen's fan base as well. Like, people were throwing around that phrase, but you were still running a stan account for the group and all this other stuff. And I'm just like, do what you want at the end of the day. If you still understand them, good for you. I don't care. But personally, it just never made sense to say I'm holding them accountable and then continue with the fan behavior, because you're not really doing anything differently, are you? So I don't know. That's just my opinion on that. Next, unpopular opinion. This one is kind of like a bit silly, but I just felt the need to add it in anyways, because it's something that I always see on TikTok and it just grinds my gears. Like, what is the big deal? But anyways, whenever there's like a new white male actor that's like the white boy of the month or whatever, why is it like such a, people will be shaking in their boots, clutching their pearls when you say that you don't find them attractive, or like they're not really your type or whatever, or they don't make you go crazy, or my panties isn't dropping when I see a picture of them. Do you know what I mean? Sorry, like, sometimes I'll be saying some crazy things. I'm not having like this extreme reaction, or I'm like, oh, they're so sexy when I see them. Do you know what I mean? And again, me saying that doesn't mean that I'm calling them ugly, or I think that they look bad. It's just not my thing. Like, do you know what I mean? It's not my thing. But it's like, people will act like, oh my gosh, like you shot a cat in his head when you say that. I'm like, bro, no, Ian Somerhalder doesn't get my gears rolling. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's like, they'll act like you have said something like, oh my gosh. And I don't get it, because it's like, You guys are fine when someone says that they don't find whatever male actor of color or whatever. Like if someone says that they don't think Michael B. Jordan is good looking or whatever, like you guys are fine with that. Okay, whatever. Like it's crickets for them, because it really and truly it shouldn't matter. It's not that deep. But when you say like, oh, Austin Butler, or like got Timothy Chalamet, like why is it such a big deal? It's not that serious. Like I promise you, it's not that serious. He will be fine. He doesn't know me, so like it's just not that serious. But it's always like that on TikTok, because whenever it's like them videos that pop up where it's like, oh, sing if you would smash this person, and it's like just full of those, like that archetype of like white male actors, or just, yeah, conventionally attractive white male actors. Whenever it's like that archetype in the video and you say, oh, I didn't really sing and these aren't really my type, whatever, people will be like, what? Oh my gosh, what's wrong with you? So what do you like? Like, whoa. Like, I don't know why it seems to be like so mandatory or like standard that everyone must find this conventionally attractive white man attractive. Like, he's conventionally attractive because of the Western beauty standards of whichever country it is that you are situated in. That doesn't mean that everyone will find him attractive. Like, that's literally not how it works anyways. Not everyone will find you attractive. Like, I'm just confused. Just because you are like you're like a white man with a good jawline, a nice beard and whatever, and long hair or like flowy hair, that doesn't mean everyone will like it. That also doesn't mean that you look bad or you're any less attractive because some random person don't think you're good looking. Like, I'm just confused. That whole thing happened as well with that Nicholas Chavez like, when people start saying, oh, like I don't see the hype, or like, yeah, he's fine, but like I'm not, like I don't personally think he's that good looking. Doesn't mean he's ugly though, but like it's not for me. People are like, oh my gosh, you're such a hater. I'm not a hater. Like, I'm not a hater. I just don't care. Like, I don't care. Like yours, I'll like mine. Like, give me the Dev Patels. Like, do you know what I mean? Give me Dev Patels. Give me Rome Flynn. Like, I don't care about fucking whoever. Like, do you know what I mean? I want Keith Powers.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
And it's like, I don't have to yum your yum either. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's like, that's how people be acting. Like, you have to yum their yum. Like, no, I don't. Next unpopular opinion, the convo around D1 athletes, NBA players, fathers, all the, like, the whole conversation around, oh, why don't these black male celebrities or black public figures, why don't they date black women? Or I'm so tired of that conversation. Like, bro, that is one conversation that needs to be left in 2024. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I even saw it again happening on my TL with the whole Nala's baby cream thing happening. People being like, oh, the whole music video is just Africa. I'm like, even if it is, why do we keep still talking about this shit? Like, it's like literally conversating about a fork found in a kitchen every day. It's not shocking when a famous black man dates a white woman or dates non-black women. It's not shocking. It's not shocking, and quite frankly, I don't care. Like, I just don't care. But you guys seem to have the conversation about it every time. Even when the NBA draft happens and it's just all Jadens and mixed race, biracials and all this shit. Why is it so much convo around it? Like, I don't get it. It's the same conversation. Your mouth isn't dry. Your mouth is not dry. Like, we are talking about the same things over and over. Can we move on? Can we actually move on? Because us having conversations about it on Twitter or TikTok, whatever, is not going to change the fact that it's happening and it's been happening. Like, do you know what I mean? Especially when black women participate in it as well. Like, black women, please, can we stop paying attention to people who don't like us, who don't care about us? Stop talking about them. Stop giving them clout. Stop giving them any sort of attention. Like, leave them in the Kaya asylum. Okay, next unpopular opinion. Actually, I'm not sure if this is an unpopular opinion, but this is just my opinion. Pinkpantheress is like one of the best talents to come out of Gen Z in like years, honestly. Like, When I tell you, I genuinely think that Pink Panther, she is like in a lane of her own. She is literally creating like a legacy. Do you know what I mean? And I feel like she is going to be one of those artists. Give it 10, 15 years, there will be like next generation people who be talking about Pink Pantheress as like inspiration for their music and their sound. Like, I just think what she's doing is so impeccable. Like, she is so like, her mind is just so like, her music is like, it's just so good. And she's so like, her ear for sound, for good music, for good sounding music is crazy. Like, she's just so talented. And like, genuinely, to see that type of talent come out of a young person in the UK, someone, just like me, like, I feel like she is such important representation as well. Like, I love her. Like, I love her. I will be continuing to support her, even Flo as well. Like, I just love all the black talent that is being like propped up in the UK right now. Like, I love it, and I feel like Pink Panthers is such a big part of it. Like, I'm genuinely so happy that she got discovered, that she has obtained the success that she has, because she really is special. Anyways, next unpopular opinion. The Kendrick and Drake beef, although it's been entertaining, really has shown how male rappers are so hypocritical and actually probably aren't good people. Kendrick calling Drake a predator, saying certified lover boy, certified pedophile. Okay, good, you're calling him out on his bad behavior. He does have a problem with minors, right? But you are literally you collaborated with Kodak Black, who is a convicted rapist. Like, and then let's not even get into the fact that you had Dr. Dre on stage with you, who has been accused of how many counts of abuse, all of that stuff. Like, I don't know, it's very hypocritical. And this is not me saying, oh, Kendrick is this, or whatever, like, oh, I don't like him or whatever. Like, no. I definitely prefer Kendrick over Drake, but like, do you know what I mean? There's clear hypocrisy happening here. Like, do you know what I mean? Because it's like the things you're calling Drake out for, you're not really following through with it in your actual personal day to day. Do you know what I mean? Like, why are you collaborating with convicted rapists? And I'm not sure if I remember, because I think I talked about it at one point on my TikTok, but I'm pretty sure when Kodak Black got convicted, it was with a teenager or something like that. So it's like, again, I don't know. And even then, even if it wasn't a teenager, still, you're collaborating with someone who violated a woman. Like, I don't know, that's just a bit weird. And then you're trying to get at Drake for allegedly, trying to get at young girls and da da da. Like, why don't we just keep the same energy for everything and for everyone? But okay, next unpopular opinion. Soul ties aren't real most times. I'll be honest, I only ever see women talking about soul ties. I hate to try like get onto women's case, but I'm so sorry guys. It's only you guys who talk about soul ties. Like, it's only you guys, because men who you guys are claiming you have a soul tie with, or like, oh, the men who you be dealing with or whatever, they never like speak about you guys in the same way. Like, they don't. And that's why I'm just like, a lot of you guys are just probably mentally unwell, not completely stable, and that's why you can't detach yourself from this person. Like, you just have an extreme emotional attachment. Like, you have attachment. That is not a soul tie. I can understand you saying soul tie maybe if it's like someone who you've been with for years, and like someone who maybe you were married to or whatever. I don't know. Like, someone who genuinely, like, you guys mutually agree, like, you guys are soulmates, right? I can understand you saying then, okay, you guys have a soul tie. But if it's just like some guy who like you've been doing friends with benefits, or like just been doing up sneaky link with, talking about soul ties, like, babes. Sister, that's not a soul tie. You got attachment issues. You have attachment issues. Next unpopular opinion. Streamers are annoying as hell and make brain rotting content. Like, I'm gonna be honest, like, when people say, oh, I'm worried about Gen Alpha brain rot, whatever, where do you think the brain rot in question is coming from? From these Twitch streamers that they're watching. Not only just the brain dead YouTube shorts and whatever other content they're watching, but even these streamers, because I'll be honest, like, a lot of people always wonder how people like Kai Cenat and all of that are so famous. It's because children watch them, young people watch them. People who don't really have a sense of like morality yet, or you know, any principles. People who just, you know, will watch anything that's entertaining, you know, shock value. That's what they look for, right? That's why those types of people are popular. So it's like, when you are, you man, yeah, when you're talking about Gen Alpha, what's going on with Gen Alpha? It's them streamers. Like, I'm telling you, it's them streamers that they are watching. I'm not even gonna get into the problem. Like, a lot of these streamers as well, they're just very ignorant individuals, like racist, homophobic, all this type of stuff. Next, unpopular opinion. Stealing from a big grocery store slash chain isn't that deep. Like, and again, this is not me promoting stealing, okay? Because I know, I don't know, will try and say that, oh, are you saying it's okay to steal then? That's not what I'm saying. But I'm saying, personally, I don't think it's that serious. Like, for example, if I'm in like Asda and I see like somebody go in and like steal nappies, or like they steal soap or something like that, I'm not like, bro, I'm not reporting them. Like, I'm not reporting them. I don't care. Like, I just don't care. I don't think it's that serious. And let's be honest as well, like, especially since I think, like, I feel like class consciousness is on the rise now, especially with what happened with that Luigi guy who killed that CEO. But I feel like a lot more people are starting to realize that these giant corporations, these big companies, whatever, they don't give a damn about you. Like, they don't. That's why I'm just like, even if I worked for, for one of these random companies, whatever, bro, you're not paying me extra to catch criminals. Like, do you know what I mean? You're not paying me extra to catch shoplifters. I'm doing what my job description says, and that's it. Do you know what I mean? But even just as a customer as well, like, bro, I don't think it's that serious. Like, I really don't care. These corporations will lie and say, oh, we're losing money because people are shoplifting and whatever. No, you're not. Like, people will genuinely believe that shit as well, that these corporations are losing money. Like, they have millions in capital, like billions in capital. You really think that Starbucks is losing money? Yeah, maybe they're losing a tiny bit, but they're not, their stocks aren't plummeting. Do you know what I mean? But they will make it seem like their stocks are plummeting because people are shoplifting or whatever. Like, no, I don't believe that. Next unpopular opinion. This one again, I feel like is another Twitter-esque convo. A lot of these things that I'm going to be saying anyways is going to be Twitter-esque for convos. But if a woman has high standards or is high maintenance, why is it such like a huge convo? Like, for example, if it's like a girl saying, oh, you know, I need my man to have six figures, da da da, whatever like, why is that such a huge conversation? Like, yeah, she might sound ridiculous, but why do we, like, I don't get why we care. Why do we actually care? Like, and particularly, I feel like it's always men as well who will get upset when they see content like that. It's like, why do you care? You're not dating her. Like, you're not dating her. If she wants a man to be paying her bills and all that stuff after the first date and whatever, let her have that standard, bro. If she finds the guy who will do it, that's her own. Like, do you know what I mean? But it's like, people will make whole discourse about, oh, this is ridiculous. Like, what's wrong with you, dude? Oh, this is why modern women and like, what? Like, be crashing out because one girl has like really ridiculous standards. Like, okay, why are we acting as if there aren't men who have ridiculous standards also, especially when it comes to physically what they want a woman to look like? God forbid there's one woman on the street on a night out from like a fucking club or whatever who gets interviewed by one random guy and she says, oh, I need my man to make six figures, da da da, whatever, or eight figures. All of a sudden the comments are like, oh, women are so da 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 and all this shit. Like, I don't know, maybe it's just like misogynist in the comments. I don't know, maybe it's misogynists who be making discourse out of it, but I feel like even just like there's other women who are like enter the conversation as well. It's like, why are you entering the conversation? None of you man are dating this girl. She wouldn't be checking for any of you anyway. Like you're not, like, literally what she's saying affects you in no way at all. So I don't know why we are even talking about this. But next unpopular opinion, Central C is a cosplayer. Is genuinely giving the Aubrey Graham effect. Like, you know how Megan said in his cosplay, gangsters, fake ass accents, posted in another nigga hood like a bad bitch. Like, it's like, to me, that's what Central C gives, because this man I think he grew up in West, but yeah, so like, I guess like Shepherd's Bush, like that type of side. But like, if you even go back and look at old pictures of him, like, he was never on this like whole bad man on road type of thing. Like, I don't know, it's just very interesting how he's all of a sudden adopting this like hood aesthetic, whatever. And obviously as well, you know, he be doing like the braids, like the corners and all that stuff. I'm just like is giving cosplay. Like, and again, this is not me saying that I dislike Central C. I don't have a real opinion on him, honestly. I feel indifferent about him, but I just personally feel like he do be cosplaying low key, like the Aubrey Graham effect. Like, it really is, because it's this thing of, oh, we'll allow this person to come into our space, you know, basically wear our, you know, do whatever we do, wear our life our real lives like a costume, get popularity off of it, get his fame and, you know, whatever commission off of it, and then he can just take it off and then go back to whatever he's doing like before. And then people are even gagged again when he now was potentially dating Ice Spice. So it's like, why are you even shocked by that either? Of course he would go for someone like that, like the racially ambiguous, kind of, you know, on the paler side, slim, thick, all that stuff. Like, it's not shocking. It's not shocking. And it's like, people keep saying, oh, Central C needs like a black girl on his arm or that. I'm like, you think he likes black women? Let me not say too much. I'm not gonna say any more because I'll start ruffling red feathers. Or and my last unpopular opinion, this one is now gonna be like kind of like a bomb dropped at the end of the video. If you wouldn't adopt or foster a kid, I do not care. One, I don't care, and one, I don't want to hear you talking about, oh, abortion needs to be banned. Oh no, I'm pro-life. Life should never be killed. Da da da. Human life is the most divine. I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear anything, because so many of these this is the exact reason why, one, I don't take pro-life people serious anyways. Just another reason why is because none of you motherfuckers would ever, you would never adopt or foster, you would never open your home to give another kid a home. You wouldn't do that. You wouldn't do that. And it's like, for me, that is insane when you say that you care so much about human life, because there's so much human life already here that needs accommodating for, but you don't want to accommodate for them because you don't actually care. You don't care once that life is born. You just want to be able to control what a woman does with her body. Like, do you know what I mean? And that's the thing as well. A lot of people like to misinterpret what being pro-choice means. They think, oh, you're pro-choice, so you love abortion, you love killing babies.
Yeah, that's all you can say. Can you come up with something else? Can you come up with something else?
I didn't say that. I said that I'm pro-choice, which means I'm pro the woman being able to choose whether she wants to go through with the pregnancy or not. How am I, someone who is pro-choice, arguably more pro-life than you? Like, I can't even count on one hand how many, I can't count on any hands how many pro-life people have spoken about the genocide that's happening in Gaza, the genocide happening in Congo, which both of these things is killing majority women and children. The lives that you say is so important, but you don't care. Or is it only important when the life is a Western life, an American life, who is usually...
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
Clock that T.
Clock it.
You can't even pretend like you are consistent in your views. You're not. You're not. Because to you, it's about being able to control what somebody else does with their body. Because really and truly, you don't actually give a fuck. And I'm really tired of them pretending like they do. Like, you are a serious individual. Like, you are unserious. These are the same people who are like, oh, I could never work in social care either, da da da, all this stuff. Like, bitch, fuck you. Like, fuck you. Like, that human life that you say is so divine and is so important and it should never be wasted. They should all be given a chance to live. These are the same people as well who are ableist. Like, you're ableist. You literally you see disabled people as beneath you. You don't think that they are human. Like, you don't treat them like they are human. Like, and again, even if I want to get into, let me even get it further into it. Especially people who are like politically conservative or like support conservative parties, these same parties who are so open about the fact that they hate people who have to use welfare and things like that, people who have to use benefits. Like, I cannot tell you how many times, especially in this UK, seeing how many conservatives, Tories, love to complain about how, you know, people who live in council estates and all the shit, all the classism that they spew. You hate these single mothers who have to use benefits, rely on benefits, all this stuff. You hate them so much, but at the same time, you also want to control other women who may be in economic deprivation, or maybe they're just not mentally or physically prepared to have a child. You want them to now be forced to have that child anyways, to now contribute to the problem that you said you hate already. So what now if another poor woman is forced into pregnancy? Is that not more benefits and welfare that people have to pay in taxes? The shit that you hate so much. Like, it's so ridiculous. That's why I'm just like, you can't even pretend to be consistent in your views. You can't pretend to be consistent in it because none of it makes sense. It has always been about controlling what a woman does to her body. I don't care personally if you agree with abortion or not, you would do it yourself or not. I don't give a damn. I don't care. Like, your personal opinion shouldn't dictate what people themselves are allowed to do with their own body. Like, bro, it's so simple. That's why I just be like, what is this whole debate about the abortion anyways? Like, why is there a debate? If you don't want to bloody do it, you don't like it, don't fucking do it. Like, the hell? What is like, can you imagine me saying, oh, nah, I don't like people who hunt animals, who hunt deers, so we need to get rid of hunting, period. Like, you sound stupid, you sound dumb, like, you sound dumb, I'm sorry. Why do we take the extra mile and now say, okay, I don't like it and I also want it to be banned? That is main character syndrome. Like, that's main character syndrome. Let me not go on for too long. I've literally been filming for almost 45 minutes. Damn. But anyways, that is the end of my unpopular opinions, guys. I hope you lot enjoyed this video. Let me know down below if you have any video ideas of what you want me to do. I think my next video will probably be me talking or reacting to different posts on a subreddit called Am I Overreacting? We're going to be dissecting them stories, seeing if which party is overreacting, all of that stuff. So I'm probably gonna do that, or maybe I might do Am I the Asshole? I don't know. But yeah, if you have any other video ideas of what you want me to do though, leave it in the comments, do all that good stuff. Make sure you like the video, subscribe, turn on post notifications, and yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video and I'll see you guys for my next one next week. Bye.